Hey everyone, welcome back to another Food Friday, and I'm so excited because I'm here in Brooklyn, New York, specifically Williamsburg, and I'm here to try Chef Johnny Woo's 9-course bacon omakase at his restaurant Belly. And this is literally like a bacon pork paradise. So with that, let's just go ahead and get in there and try this food. So Kelvin and I love bacon, and when we heard of a bacon omakase, we knew we had to try it when we came to New York. Everything about this restaurant is so unique, down to the drinks, the decor, and of course the food. And behind all that food is the executive chef, Johnny Woo, and I actually got a chance to interview him and get his thoughts and kind of pick his brain on why he decided to come up with this concept.
Hi, I'm Johnny Woo, with H, Woo Woo. I'm an executive chef at Belly here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Okay, why do you love pork so much? Because clearly this is a pork-themed restaurant. What's so special about pork?
The pork, as Korean, it's like everyday food. You know, we grill pork, belly, and have them, when we are together with friends, when we are after, like heavy work. I mean, it's like we live around pork.
Why omakase? Omakase is usually known for as sushi or Japanese. I've never seen any American or Korean restaurant with omakase. So why did you choose that?
So you should go back and really define what omakase means. Okay, it's not a luxury word. I mean, it used as a luxury word because all the sushi restaurants, they use that language and the word, and they charge a lot. So almost its perception of omakase became like ultra luxury, serious. The reason I wanted to do tasting and call it omakase is to kind of, break it a little bit, because omakase is, literally it's, I leave it up to you. It's nothing to do with luxury, or it's nothing to do with high price, because that tasting experience is special. And I wanted to make it very approachable so more people could enjoy that tasting experience.
Alright, so speaking of tasting, I'm excited to actually taste the food that Chef Johnny Woo has been talking about. So let's go ahead and get started with this 9-course meal! So for the rest of the video, I'm going to show you the actual dish and then try it and then give you all my thoughts on the food. Alright, so here's the first of 9 courses. I'm so excited. So we have a piece of sourdough bread that's really well toasted, very thick cut. And we have Chef Johnny's homemade kimchi butter. So let's get a good amount of kimchi butter on here. Oh yeah. And here we have his like house-made bacon. So it's super crispy. Oh my gosh, I can feel it. It feels, yeah, this is like deep fried bacon right here. So let's just add a couple pieces on. All right, let's do it. The sourdough bread is perfectly toasted on the outside, so you get that crisp, as you heard, soft and doughy on the inside. The kimchi butter is so flavorful. I feel like I can put more in. When I hear kimchi, I think of something so strong, but it's just so nice and light like a butter, but you do get those kimchi, like those Korean flavors. And then the bacon, of course, is crispy. It's kind of like a fancier pork rind, like pork rind, like those fried like pork chips, but this is really good. A great way to start. All right, so next we have Chef Johnny's original creation, bacon sushi. So it's literally rice with this thick cut piece of bacon that he like char-broiled with like a blowtorch. It has a sauce and some wasabi on top. So we're gonna go ahead and just use our hands and go right on in. This is like crazy. I've never tasted anything like this. The pork, so fatty, flavorful. The chili oil, just like it's bright, a little spicy. You get the wasabi, that's just enough to make your nose tingle, but easily, the pork is the star in this dish. That was incredible. This has to be like my favorite dish, like by far. This is so good. We're only on dish number 2, and I'm like mind blown right now. Wow. Alright, so the third course is a pork chicharron, which basically like is a deep fried piece of pork belly with a maple and soy sauce. Alright, this this pepper looks intimidating. You can also hear the crunch in that. So I'm cutting through it, and oh my gosh, there's like a layer of flavorful fat here. Ooh, look at that. That is a layer, just juicy fat goodness. All right, I'm gonna take smaller bites. We gotta learn from our mistakes. I feel like I'm just eating such huge bites that like I can't even talk. I don't like fat. This is weird. It's like, I won't like it on like Chinese style pork, like pork belly, but this fat is ridiculously flavorful. And since it's like deep fried, it's crunchy, and then inside is super soft, and it just kind of, it's like a flavor bomb. And the meat is super like big, chewy, soft at the same time. Since it's like fried, you get that crunch and the chewiness of it. The inside is super soft and moist. And the sweet soy, like maple sauce, complements it really, really well. I really like that. All right, next we have the spicy pork taco, which is like a Korean fusion taco. So gotta get that lime, super important. Let's try this. So my favorite part about this taco is definitely the sauce. It's like a sweet chili sauce. It's really nice. The pork is good. It's juicy from the sauce, and I think everything works. It's not like the craziest taco, but I do see how it has like Korean fusion in it, so that's definitely unique. Do you guys see this? This is a pepper. Oh my gosh, you guys know what? I mean, I do like some spicy with like spice, but this pepper looks crazy. Okay, I'm gonna just take a little bit of this because I'm not trying to burn my tongue. But this is, yeah, the pork stuffed pepper, like roasted pepper. It has like some southwestern influence. Okay, I was expecting to be like punched in the face with spice, but that's just super mild, much more flavorful than like a bell pepper. It just has a nice pepper flavor without the spice, but the pork is definitely good. But I think in this dish, the pepper is definitely the star. Like I taste a lot of pepper rather than like the ground pork, which is kind of like a pork meatball. All right, and quick note, this is the green long pepper. So it's basically, yeah, just like a green bell pepper, but long version, much more flavorful. All right, this next dish is a fettuccine carbonara. So it's fresh, in-house made pasta with like ground sauce, like pork sausage. This is one of my first times ever having fresh pasta, and it's really nice. It's like a nice chewy bite to it. It's like dough. You taste the dough and the egginess of it, rather than just like box pasta. The sausage is definitely the star of this dish. Even though it's a pasta dish, you think like it's mainly when you eat pasta, but the pork definitely stands out. And there's some nice flavors in here. There's some oils, some chilies. It's not a heavy drowning sauce, so again, the pork really gets to shine through in this dish. All right, so now we have the sweet and sour pork, which is a deep fried, like tempura fried pork loin with some market vegetables. So we have like, someone says this is like the Chinese mushroom called like ear? Something ear? Yeah, with some braised carrots and asparagus. So here it is. The pork is in a tempura batter. Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, pork tempura, better than a chicken nugget by far. Super flavorful. Even though it's like a tenderloin, I feel like there's some fat in there in like the best way possible. It's so flavorful. I love that. And this sweet glaze is super nice. Ooh, we also have some caramelized onions. Look at that. The carrots are braised beautifully. But truly, the sauce is amazing on this one. And the very last like entree besides dessert is this surf and turf. So we have some Korean barbecue like style cooked pork belly with a miso sauce, potatoes, and some salmon. So I'm gonna try to scoop all this all into one perfect bite. Ah. That pork belly is so nicely marinated in the Korean barbecue marinade. I believe it's the bulgogi marinade. Super sweet, tangy, has the sesame seeds and green onion on it, which is delicious. But I think the star of this dish is the sauce. It's like miso sauce. It's just so good. It looks really intimidating. It looks really spicy. It's not that spicy, but the miso flavor really shines through, and it fights really well with Korean barbecue because that's such a strong, sweet flavor, and this really balances it out really nicely. The salmon's good, but I think, again, the star is the sauce and the pork by far. All right, and the very last dish is dessert, and we have this ricotta panna cotta, which is like a mousse pudding. We have a mint leaf, and then we have chocolate covered bacon. All right, so I feel like I gotta eat this with the, oh, okay. Well, the panna cotta is a lot more, oh, it's like a jelly. It's like a jelly pudding, if you can see that consistency. Let's try that. Sweet, creamy, like a, yeah, vanilla ricotta, milky, decadent, creamy. That's really nice. All right, let's see how like the contrast with the bacon and chocolate. Salty. We get a little bitterness because it's dark chocolate. It really contrasts with the panna cotta really well. But I think the star of this is the panna cotta, because that is just so luscious, flavorful, light, airy, creamy deliciousness. All right, everyone, that is a wrap here at Belly. I am stuffed. 9 courses is a lot, but you really feel like you get your money's worth. And I felt like I got to try a lot of different cuisines, even though it's primarily like Korean influence. There was like a taco, we had the panna cotta, we had like the sweet and sour pork. Like we had a lot of different flavors here in this omakase, and it really gave me a new perspective on pork, especially that bacon sushi. That changed my life forever. That's easily my favorite dish here. It's so good, it's so unique, flavorful, and just truly it blows my mind because sushi is one of my favorite foods, and it showed me that pork can kind of be just as good as like one of my favorite foods, and if not better, because that was so amazing. Sauces, everything just worked in that one perfectly heavenly bite. Right, if you're ever in Brooklyn or Williamsburg like I was and you have the chance to check out Belly, definitely come and try their 9-course omakase. It's really unique and it's an experience you can't really get anywhere. Like, I'm from LA and I've never heard of a bacon omakase, so being able to try this was truly enlightening. So thank you so much to Chef Johnny and to Belly for having us, and I hope you all enjoyed this Food Friday video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to you all in a future video. Bye! Mwah.